The company is called Light, Ladd and Emberton, and we're not a company of solicitors. So it's Deborah Light, me, Eddie Ladd, and Gwyn Emberton.
My husband was a very famous poet. I was going to be a very famous dancer. I thought it was going to be a truce between his brains and my body.
The show you're going to see in Edinburgh is called Caitlin. Caitlin was the wife of Dylan Thomas. Dylan Thomas is one of Wales's best-known English language poets. And I knew that Caitlin had joined AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, in 1973 after a whole career of drinking with Dylan. Dylan died in 1953, and so 20 years later, she, I think, decided that it was Alcoholics Anonymous that would answer the problems that she had. When the audience walks into the space, they'll see 40 chairs arranged in a circle. Some of them are grey and some of them are red. And what our front of house will always say to people is, go and sit on the grey chairs. And so what we want to do is establish the idea of a meeting where, you're allowed to sit, relax and listen to someone's testimony really quietly. No one's allowed to sit on the red chairs simply because we sit on the red chairs and they become everything. They become prams, bars, tables for alcohol, books, baths, everything. I know some people in AA, and sometimes I've been to a couple of what they might call an open AA meeting, I didn't go into AA thinking, well, I'm just going to do some research here, it's because I'd been to them before and had friends and stuff. And the meetings, those meetings were really interesting because of the tone that people adopt when they're telling people about, testifying to their story. And the tone very often is self-deprecating, ironic, with a huge sense of humour, but extremely warm and truthful and fundamental. As part of the research, we read Double Drink Story by she wrote, and somebody said to us, well, that's step 4 out of the 12 steps which AA has, where you make a full and frank account of your defects of character. And because she had written that way about herself, that informed us. That was really important to read her own words about herself. Both during the show and afterwards, we've seen people directly respond to it in the show, either through, terrible face, or actually people have started crying during the show. Not huge tears, but they're just trying to hold it together a little bit. And they're extremely relieved by the end. And sometimes they don't want to leave, which is really a really nice experience.